Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 2026 CIF San Diego Section D5AA Boys Basketball Championships, where tonight the number 1 seed Calvin Christian Crusaders at 15-10 take on the number 2 seed Liberty Charter Lions at 19-7. We're coming to you live from Miracosta College here in Oceanside, California. I'm Thomas Conway, along with my broadcast partner, Kerry Garnett. And we got a good one here tonight, Kerry. Two teams that have seen each other earlier in the season and kind of both coaches threw that game out the door because it's different now. They feel both teams are at different stages of how well they're playing right now.
Well, and each team had some missing star players, so it's kind of hard to gauge. Calvin Christian did win that game. They pulled away at the end and won by 15. But I think both coaches acknowledged that was a little bit of an off one because Liberty Charter was missing some of their players, and we'll get into a little bit more about their lineup tonight, who they have available. But anytime you get number 1, number 2 in the championship game, you expect that these are the best two teams, and since they do have some familiarity, I think this could be a really, really hard-fought contest.
Calvert in the white unis with blue numerals and a little light blue trim off the tip. Here they come with it. This is Sawyer Goggin up ahead as it's Garrett Becker. Bounces it on the baseline to Barones, the freshman. They cross it. Good ball movement here early on by the Crusaders. Open look, 3 in and out for Becker, and we get a whistle. Give those lineups for you quickly for Calvin Christian. Caleb Lapka, number 5. Micaiah Barones, number 11. Noah Lapkins, number 12. And number 24, Sawyer Goggin. And number 30, Garrett Becker. Off the inbounds, here they come whipping it around. Lapkins crosses it into the hands of Lapka. You can see the ball movement here. They go around that perimeter nicely. And trying to get it inside, and they do to Goggin, and we got the whistle before his shot attempt.
The 2 quick whistles, and that's one of the things that the teams have to pay attention to. How are the officials going to call the game? Tightly, or are they going to let them play a little bit? And 2 quick fouls already in this first possession.
Name with the foul off the inbounds. Goggin has it now. And we said they patiently try to get it into the paint, and that ball goes off a defender into the backcourt. Still Crusaders possession. Nice steal attempt by Name. And then he just forced. What a play. He forced Sawyer Goggin to dribble the ball out of bounds. Turnover.
Sawyer Goggin for Calvin Christian, their leader on the court, one of their leading scorers, a senior. And he's one to watch tonight in tonight's game. So Liberty Charter starts out in that zone defense, and now Calvin Christian lines up. Looks like they're going to play a little zone as well.
Henry Applequest coming up court. They give it off to their star player, Duke Dengranic, and that shot attempt in and out. Rebound tipped around, picked up by the Crusaders. Out ahead, nice outlet. Putting it up off glass is Barones.
Yeah, Micah Barones, the freshman, just beat everybody down the court and got a good pass.
Applequest, number 5, along with Max Gutierrez, number 3. Top of the key now to Duke Dengraric. And over to Applequest. Tries to send an alley-oop to Aiden Name, and that's a turnover. A little too high of a pass. And the final player for Liberty Charter in their dark unis is number 50, Jonathan Scott.
Liberty Charter really kind of, forcing Calvin Christian to look at the three-point line. They do finally get one inside.
Lapka tries to take a shot in the box, and that was partially blocked. And here comes Liberty Charter coming up the other direction now as they bounce it to Scott. A little bit high of a pass. He tried to give it off to Name, and that's a good call. He did not put the ball on the ground, and he took 3 steps.
On that previous possession, Jonathan Scott did a great job on defense, just timing that blocked shot, not allowing the shot to get over him.
Becker has it. Over to Lapkins. Now back to Goggin. Goggin gets a triple team, gets a turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, one and done thus far for Calvin Christian here early on.
See if they can get it inside to Duke Dinkerick. Number 21 just got that rebound.
Dinkerick gets it and puts it up and in. He's their leading scorer. We'll get into the numbers in a little bit.
I just had a feeling they were going to look for him on that possession, yeah.
I don't blame you. There goes Goggin, throws it back outside, and another travel, this time on Caleb Lapka.
Duke Dinkerick for Liberty Charter, also a quarterback on the football team, led the team to back-to-back championships in football and now trying to win one in basketball.
Elusive title there.
Have a year.
Yeah. Here comes Applequest to Dinkerick. Trying to get something going here. Gets it in the paint to Scott, and he puts it off glass. Broke away from the defender and made a nice play. 4-2 now, Lions lead it.
Good movement without the basketball by Liberty Charter that time.
Goggin drives, shot no good, rebound tipped around, picked up by Scott, and we're going to get a whistle. See the fouls on, and that's on 24, Goggin. Boy, you hate those fouls if you're a head coach about 96 feet away from the basket.
Give credit to Micah Briones, who really went in there, stuck his nose in there trying to get a rebound, took a shot, but wasn't able to come up with the ball. Great effort.
Nami has it. As he bounces it to Applequest. He drives, trying to send it into the paint, and they're going to call a travel on Liberty Charter.
That was one of those situations where he was driving, but then he jumped in the air, and rather than take the shot, he was looking to pass. Jumping to pass doesn't work out too often. That's what happened to him.
No, not at all. Here comes Lapkins now, has it. Stops his dribble prematurely, crosses it over to Becker. Trying to cross it back. A little catch there with him and Lapkins. See, he takes the open three, in and out, rebound Scott. And here comes Applequest trying to drive on the baseline, stops, takes the three, and got it. Boy, that brought rain with that high arcer. Wow.
Yeah, definitely had the high arc on that shot, but he knew it was good when he let it go.
7-2 Lions. Here comes the number one seed now. Goggin trying to go on the baseline, gets double teamed. They kick it back outside. Driving to the basket. Can't get it to go is Barones. And they go, or excuse me, Lapka as they bring it up court. Naimi has it. Trying to get it into the passing lane of Scott, but threw it a little bit too high. Nicely defended, though, by Goggin. Give him credit. And we got our first substitution, Chase Bierman, the freshman, who's been playing outstanding through the middle half of the season, as the coaching staff told us. In the corner, loose ball, still loose, picked up there by Barones, and we get a whistle.
Ooh, another quick whistle on what looked like a loose ball. Barones just trying to dribble, and Gutierrez calling for another foul. He has two.
Two quick fouls on Max Gutierrez. There goes a long distance three by Bierman, short. And here come the Lions down court. Trying to get an alley-oop to the big scorer, and he puts it in easily.
Dinkery just did a great job of boxing out as a defender and getting the layup.
Dinkery with the basket. That's his fourth point of the night. And here comes Becker. Over to Goggins. He's going to drive in the corner. Bierman gets his shot blocked. Still loose. Picked up by the Crusaders. Gogan still double team, and we're going to get a whistle as he tried to work his way towards the basket.
How about Henry Applequist running to the three-point line and getting that blocked shot?
Naimi is picked up his second. So Gutierrez and Name with 2 fouls each. Off the inbounds. Jessica back outside to Baroness. Goggin now has it in the paint. See what he can do with it. Tough shot. Made it. Wow.
Well, it didn't look like he had anything and managed to get that in with the left hand.
Yeah, degree of difficulty about 9.5. Here come the Lions up court, 9-4. Scott gets it, top of the key. And he puts it in the corner, driving on the baseline. Putting up and in is Aiden Name.
Nami with a really strong drive, getting past defenders to the baseline. That was a nice job on offense.
Here come the Crusaders now in the front court. Garrett Becker dishes it off. There goes a shot off glass. Too much on for Goggins. Rebound goes back outside. Goggins takes a three. He can't get it to go, and we're going to get a whistle.
That's going to be number 3 on Nami. After the shot had been taken by Goggin, Goggin got hit by Nami on the floor, but you got to be able to give him a chance to finish his shot, and that's where the foul came in.
Well, now we got to get into this short bench carry for the Lions as 2 of their players are out, Javen Cousins and Adam Bird. So they only have 2 sitting players right now. Gutierrez is already on the bench with 2 fouls, and number 32, Isaac Anderson.
Yeah, with that short bench, the last thing you wanted to see was one of your starters get 3 fouls and another one have 2 in the first quarter. But that's the situation for the Lions. They're going to have to figure out how to keep those guys in the ball game because they only have 2 guys on the bench, 3 guys on the bench for the entire game.
Yeah. Nehemiah Van Dyke, the senior, now will come in. And Goggin makes both.
Goggin was not in the game when these 2 teams met earlier. It's another thing that made a little bit of a strange result, but he's there out there tonight.
Apple Quest feeling the pressure. They cross it over to Scott, the big guy, who hands it right over to the point guard. The junior has it, now trying to alley-oop. He gets it to Duke, and he gets fouled. But both of these star players are seeing multiple double teams and sometimes triple teams, depending how close they are to the basket.
Now you got Goggin with 2 fouls, but man, they run that play so well where Dankerick just, he gets such good position on his defender and they just lob it over the top, and he manages to go up there and make a play. That's 3 times we've seen that tonight already.
Dankerick makes their first free throw attempt. And his second is good as well. So Dankerick already has 6 in the contest, and we got 1 minute, close to 1 minute to go here in the opening quarter. So Goggin up ahead now to Becker. In the corner, they cross it. Bierman takes another 3, can't get it to go. Rebound Scott.
Really unique 3-point style that Bierman takes to get that shot off.
The old wind-up, right?
He got multiple motions to get the shot in the air.
Apple Quest has the basketball, trying to get around a defender, stops, takes a shot, back rims it, rebound tipped around. Scott runs it down, nice play. Trying to throw it back outside, and Calvin Christian grabs it, and they're going to get a foul. Now that has to be a foul. I know Riley Bird doesn't believe so, the young freshman, but I mean, he went right over the back of the would-be Crusader.
So we're in the bonus for the free throws.
Chase Bierman to the free throw line, excuse me.
No, a lot of foul calls in this first half to get to the bonus here. But Crusaders, had 2 players there to try to pull down that steal. And it was Bierman that ended up getting the foul and getting to the line.
Crusaders on the year are a 56% free throw shooting team. Bierman right there at 50%. And he makes it. 1 out of 2. 13-7. Lions lead it. There goes a double team. They break it easy. Dingerink gives it over. And now long distance 3. Way off by Burr. And here come the Crusaders down court. Try to get that last shot here. Lapka gets into the paint, shoots a shot, back rim, doesn't go, and that will do it. Exciting first quarter, 13-7, as Liberty Charter leads the Calvin Christian Crusaders here on the NFHS Network, powered by SoCal Sports. We'll take a quick timeout and come back with second quarter action. All right, back here, second quarter action. And off the inbounds, the team leading by the score of 13-7. The Liberty Charter Lions inbound the basketball. There's Henry Applequest trying to lob it to his teammate. Can't get it to go. Nice steal there by Calvin Christian as they walk it up slowly up court. That's a fifth turnover for the Lions in this contest. Hook shot by Lapka, can't get it to go. And Applequest has it, and he'll bring it up court. Burr crosses it. Applequest beyond the arc. Front rim no good. Rebound tipped around, picked up there by the Crusaders. And they got numbers if they can go all the way. That shot's a little wild, and it's off Anderson with the rebound.
Yeah, Bierman took the shot, but it looked like they had numbers for a little bit better shot than that.
Good ball movement here. As this shot attempt is off. Didn't get the number on that player. Got blocked out here as Goggin has it.
That was Dankerick who took the three-pointer.
Dankerick, thank you. There goes Goggin. Shot, no good. Rebound, one and done. Too many one and dones here early on. Kerry, we'll keep it here. Timeout by Liberty Charter. They still lead at 13-7. Neither team has scored here in the quarter, but too many one and dones early on by the Crusaders.
Yeah, Coach Kevin Straub working with a little bit shorthanded tonight. He knew that going in, and now he's got a couple of players that are dealing with foul trouble. But, yeah, very important to get good shots, quality shots. Both of these coaches, we talked to them briefly before the game. They were talking about the importance of making sure they get the shot they want. And you're right. Some of these shots are going up a little bit quickly, and one shot, rebound going the other way. You want to try to get a little bit better shots, and even sometimes you take a better shot that you have a better chance of getting a rebound for.
I agree.
Because if you take a shot and there's nobody in rebound position, you're not going to get that rebound very much.
Here we go off the inbounds now. Applequest crosses it to Van Dyke. Van Dyke has the double team, but the ball gets kicked away from him by Caleb Lapka. Actually, he tried to pass the ball, and Lapka had its foot in the passing lane. Off the inbounds, Applequest weaves around one defender, throws it in the corner to Denering. Back outside, trying to get it to Anderson, and no go. And here comes up court, as that is number 21, Bierman. Now he crosses it. Lapka faces a wall. Anderson kicks it back outside. That three-pointer no good. Ball tipped around. And here come the Lions on the offense. They try to send it in the corner to Van Dyke. That's a bad pass there by Henry Applequest.
Yeah, just didn't wait long enough for his guy to get to the corner and threw the ball a little early, and he goes right out of bounds.
I agree with that. And here comes Sawyer Goggin, the senior. He walks it up. Now they cross it to Bierman. Bierman in the corner. Nice penetration there by Barones, another freshman. He sends it back outside to Bierman, to Goggin. I think he was inside the two-point line. No, they're going to give him a three. Referee on the far side gave him a three, 13-10. Trying to get it up ahead. Ball tied up. The referee's going to let him play. Now taken away. And now a timeout by Calvin Christian. Wow, that looked like, Curry, that should have been a tie-up.
Yeah, it did look like at least once or possibly twice, two players had their hands on the basketball, and they let them play on. And heads up by the Calvin Christian coach, Eric Miedema, who called that timeout as Goggin hit the floor.
Now, we just seen in front of us, Max Gutierrez is going to come back into the game. going to be really interesting with the short bench that we talked about for Coach Schwab. How he uses Gutierrez and Naime, with the foul situation. Both of them, Naime's a sophomore, but Gutierrez is a senior. You got to believe the upperclassman kind of knows how to play with fouls, I would think.
They got to find a way to make it work. Just 3 players on the bench, and those players just got to be conscious on the floor too of not making any unnecessary fouls. And sometimes you just can't help it because you're just trying to play defense, and you get called for a foul.
All right, off the timeout, Calvin Christian will inbound the basketball on their end of the court. And Sawyer Goggin will walk it up. 5:24 before half. Goggin on the year, 19-point average to lead all scorers for this squad with close to 7 rebounds and 2.5 assists. Complete player. As they cross it here, Bierman can't handle it, and another turnover by the Crusaders.
And what the Lions did that time on defense is that with every single pass, they forced the pass to be a little bit wider, and finally they just threw it away. It was just really good defense by the Lions, and it forced that turnover.
Now that could be the subtle adjustment with the game within the game here as they inbound the basketball to Apple Quest. Quest look with the double team, trying to send it out ahead. He does it. Gutierrez can't handle the basketball. Played by his teammate, Dennerink. Sends it back outside. And there goes a shot attempt. No good. Ball tipped around. And there goes a nice outlet. Trying to get it. Gutierrez had a hand on it. And now he's on the ground, and they're going to call... Wow, they're going to call it a hit on Gutierrez's foot. That's what the official on the far side said.
Well, I think Gutierrez was on the ground with the basketball, and part of his body was out of bounds, and I think that's the official's call.
Off the inbounds, Crusaders have it. Goggin trying to get into the paint. He takes his shot, in and out, rebound. Apple Quest.
We see the crowd that Goggin that he draws every time he gets the ball in that position.
Far side, Gutierrez kicks it back outside to Burr. Good ball movement. Dennerink, shot hits. So Dennerink with his first 3 of the night, and that extends the Lions lead to 16-10 with 4 minutes to go here. Goggin has it top of the key. Throwing it in the corner. Long distance 3. Got it. That was a big one there by Barones.
Yeah. Calvin Christian really needed one of those 3s to go down, so a big shot by Barones, the freshman.
Gutierrez trying to give it back to Applequest. He does get it in front, or I should say inside the front court. Now we get a whistle. What's going on? And they're going to call travel. You know, Applequest just fell to the ground, and the defender just kind of let him do what he wanted. And I think it might have been better if he called the timeout, the coaching staff.
Yeah, Coach Kevin Straw was really trying to get an explanation that time on that call.
Long distance 3 here, no good. That time missed by Becker. His second miss here in the quarter. Applequest bringing it across the timeline, now ups it ahead. And they give it back to Applequest. Now Dennerink down low to Anderson. His shot gets blocked from behind. Great defense there by the Crusaders. But Gutierrez picks it up and puts it right back in. Big bucket for the senior.
Yeah, Max Gutierrez just staying with it until he got the loose ball.
Goggin has it. Over now to Becker. They cross it. Back outside. Goggin spins away from the defender. Going to work his way into the paint. Sends it high off glass. No good. And here come the Lions up court. Applequest looks like he was going to take a 3. Now puts it underneath the basket to Dennerink, who's alone for the basket. Oh, defense fell asleep, and Calvin Christian calling a timeout. That was just not good defense right there.
Yeah, Coach Miedema really needs to talk things over. It was a couple of things. back and forth on that possession. Sawyer Goggin, very determined to get a shot, kind of went 1-on-4 and took a tough shot, missed. And then back on the other end, they lose sight of the top scorer, Duke Dangerink. Dangerink, we're going to get that right. Duke Dangerink, who lays it in easily, and suddenly he's got a big pile of points. He's over 10 now for the half.
Yeah, Dangerink is really having a good first half here. And what I like about the way he plays, he doesn't try to force anything, like you mentioned. He has 11 in the contest.
And showed he can go out and hit the three-pointer, and the rest of his baskets have been right at the rim.
So Goggin has it. He'll bring it up court. Another change. Aiden Nami back in the game for Liberty Charter. So he's going to play the rest of this half with 3 fouls. Baseline jumper. Nicely played right there by Chase Bierman for the bucket.
That was better offense. More passes that found the open man.
Dankerink puts it right up and in. Just really patient with the basketball and heavy traffic in the paint.
Man, Liberty Charter is able to get Duke Dangerink the basketball that close to the basket. He's going to score all night long.
Lapka gives it over to Becker, who can't get the 3 off. Dankerink gets his rebound and going to go up court.
The pace has definitely favored the Lions in this first half.
Nami, top of the key to Dangerink. He's going to step back beyond the arc. Nope, dishes it off. Apple Quest takes the 3. Got it. They're feeling it right now. Big run right now. They just put up a 10-point cushion on the number 1 seed. As they bring it up court, Lapka has it. Crosses it. Open look for Lapkins. He can't get it to go. One and done. Scott has it, and we get a whistle away from the basketball.
That may be a double foul, which is not good news for Sawyer Goggin if that's the call. 2 players were tangled up with each other, and we'll see if the official calls this a foul. And both Goggin is really upset with whatever that call is going to be. It is a double foul.
So that's his 3rd for Goggin. I would be mad too.
Both players get the foul call. It's even worse for Nami, who picks up his 4th.
Yeah.
That was a disaster for those 2 players.
Yeah. Well, Nami should not have been on the court, in my opinion. When you got 3 fouls, you're not playing in the remainder of the half. You're too valuable to my team. All right, Apple Quest going to drive, sends it not off glass, but chasing it down is the Crusaders, and that ball gets knocked out of bounds by Jonathan Scott.
We could have some real issues if a couple of these key players keep getting fouls called on them, because you only get 5. You get 4 to play with.
Yeah.
5, you're out.
Yeah.
You're not playing the rest of the game.
Well,
we're still in the first half. That's a real problem for these guys.
And we've seen them talk to Nami. I mean, you got to just be smart when you're out on the court with 3 fouls late in the first half. Long distance 3 off by Bierman. Ball gets tipped around, and that will be Liberty Charter. Boy, they have gotten every ball, every call around the basket here in the first half. And here comes Apple Quest. He'll calmly dribble it up court. Oh, try sending another lead pass to Gutierrez and another turnover.
Yeah, that was a good trapping defense by Calvin Christian. Gives them a chance to take the last shot here.
Back over to Lapkins. Now they cross it. Trying to get a good look. Back outside now to Becker. He's holding. They took Goggin out of the game with his 3. Lapka trying to weave his way through the defense. Now puts it in the corner to Barones. He takes a shot as he weaved his way into the paint. And he's going to go to the free throw line.
Lions foul Duke Dangerink. First personal, second.
And Dangerink will get the
For the Crusaders, Michael Briones.
gets his first as he goes to the free throw line, and that is number 11, Micaiah Barones.
This could be a really interesting finish to the half here. They just put 0.5 seconds back on the clock because the Crusaders, you remember, the Lions had a chance with a 10-point lead to add on. They turn it over. Crusaders come back, and rather than give up any more points, they have a chance to score here basically at the end of the half.
And misses both. Wong. Whoa. Oh, my. I didn't think nothing of it. It was a long shot attempt. And
Duke Dinker trying to stretch his range to 70 feet on us.
Oof. Well, he gets a shot attempt off of that, but good first half for the Liberty Charter Lions. They lead it by 10, 25-15 here in the NFHS Network. We'll take a timeout and come back with more action in a few minutes. All right. Back here, we're getting about ready. About 1 minute, we'll be starting the third quarter. 25-15, Liberty Charter Lions, the number 2 seed, over the number 1 seed, Calvin Christian Crusaders. And let's go with Kerry Garnett with some scoring numbers.
Yeah, you know, in that first half, Duke Dankerink was the leading scorer for either team, but leading Liberty Charter with 13, showing that he can score inside and outside. He had a three-pointer as well as a lot of shots right at the basket. And then for Calvin Christian, Sawyer Goggin ended up with 7, but, you know, Thomas, he had to fight and scrap to get his shots. And give credit to Liberty Charter for playing the way they did on defense. Anytime that Goggin tried to get in the lane, there were like 2, 3, maybe 4 defenders sometimes surrounding Goggin, making life very difficult for him.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. The foul situation is the second biggest story here in the first half. Nami has 4 fouls, and Max Gutierrez has only 2. And on the other side for Calvin Christian, their talented senior Sawyer Goggin with 3 fouls. It's going to be interesting. I can't imagine the Lions coming out there with Naima right now to start this half.
Nami is not going to be starting the second half. Riley Burr, I believe, takes his spot in the lineup. And here's some of the Calvin Christian fans getting fired up to start the second half. I'm going to see if they can rally their team. A little bit better offensive performance than they had in that first half.
Yeah, they woke up when they put a little AC/DC Thunderball. There we go, back outside. Long distance 3 off. That shot was attempted by Barones, who had 5 in the first half.
And as you mentioned in the first half, a lot of one and done for the Crusaders tonight.
Burt replacing Name in the lineup, and here is Dankerink. He passes it off to Applequest. He's waiting for a pick. Now tries to send an alley-oop, but Scott was nowhere near the area code of that one. And here comes Goggin up court. Crosses it in the arc. Tried a cross-court pass, and I don't know where that one was going. They got lucky. One of the Liberty Charter players knocked it out of bounds. I didn't catch the number.
What I'm looking for, Thomas, in the second half is that Sawyer Goggin had to work so hard on his own to get his shots. I'm looking for the Crusaders to get him a pass so that he can take a little bit of an easier shot.
Long distance 3, got it. And that is Garrett Becker. Good for Becker. Becker was 0 for 4 in the first half. 3 of them were beyond the arc.
And that will definitely help the offensive cause. They get some of those 3-pointers to drop.
Applequest gives it to Scott. He turns around, tries a jumper, no good. 25-18, there goes a nice outlet. Here comes the Crusaders. Got to have the basketball. Barones shot, got it, count it. He was fouled.
You know, Micah Barones is not going to be denied on that possession. He was ahead of the defenders and then lost the handle of the ball, but kept it alive somehow and went up and scored with contact.
So 3-point play opportunity here. Could cut it to a 4-point basketball game, and he does.
Well, that's exactly what the Crusaders were looking for, is a fast start to this second half, and they've got it.
Apple Quest bringing it up court. Now I'm going to slow it down a bit. Dangerink gets it, top of the key. Guarded there by Lapka. Now hands it back to the point guard. Trying to get it down low to him. He does. Now the double team comes on top of him. He weaves away from it. Shot no good.
The Crusaders force a really tough shot and get the rebound.
Lapka driving all the way. Gets the ball taken away from him beautifully by Gutierrez, who now stops the dribble and hands it off to Applequest.
Lapka just got a little bit too far toward the basket and then had nowhere to go with it.
10 turnover for... And there goes a long distance three, and they're going to call it travel.
That is the right call. Dangerink just tried to take that extra step back after he had already stopped his dribble, and that was an extra step for traveling.
10 turnover for Liberty Charter, and they lead it by 4. Good ball movement here. And get it in the corner. Now back outside. 3, no good. Rebound. Tipped around, picked up by Applequest. And this shot was by Noah Lapkins.
Lapkins got away with a little bit of double hop there on that 3, but they said that was all right.
Dangerink turns around to the basket, now hands it off to Gutierrez, and we're going to get the whistle. Timeout, Liberty Charter.
Yeah, Coach Kevin Straub, not exactly happy the way the offense is moving. They had so much better movement and passing in that first half, and right now they're just kind of having trouble even making a completed pass.
Yeah, too stagnant for my taste. You gotta have players kind of standing around a little bit. Some are moving. And I think you got first of all, you guys got to move that basketball, quite frankly.
Well, and Calvin Christian has come out in the second half and had the momentum. He grabbed the momentum and scored the first 6 points. And momentum can be such a big factor in these championship games when it comes down to it. You can go on a big run and take a lead and take control of the game. That really, they haven't really shown that in this game at all until just now.
18 on the shot clock for Liberty Charter when we get going here. On the season, they shoot 26% from the field. Really low for a team this good. And Applequest has it. Stops the dribble prematurely, now puts it in the corner to Dankerink. And he's on the baseline, and a shot off glass. Got it. Boy, that is a shooter's roll right there. Difficulty about a 7 there.
Went right over Goggin, who had to be careful with the 3 fouls, and that give credit to the offense.
Caleb Lapka now has it up court. Long distance 3 by Becker. Got it. 2 in a row after that little drought there in the first half.
Garrett Becker, a big shot in the arm with back-to-back 3s.
Applequest trying to penetrate. Now stops the dribble, and a foul there. That will be on number 12, and that was on Lapkins.
You see the defensive intensity, though, from the Crusaders. Really getting up in the face of every one of these ball handlers.
Nice steal going all the way to the goal is Lapkins. Can't dread it to go. He's out of bounds. Gonna get a whistle. Lapkins was out of bounds, but I don't think the ball ever touched him, right, Kerry? I'm kind of blocked out from that area right there.
He managed to avoid getting hit by the ball that was bouncing toward him.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the officials may have called the jump ball because nobody really saw who knocked it out of bounds. And the possession goes to Calvin Christian.
Another 3 off. That was by Goggin right there. That was his first shot attempt of the half.
Coach Meadham, I couldn't believe there wasn't a foul call that time.
Here comes a long distance 3 by Dangerink, and his shot's off. Here comes Lapka. He's going to dribble it up court. Let's see if he's going to go all the way. And he does for the basket.
Here comes Calvin Christian cutting it to a 1-point game.
Yeah, 1-point game, 27-26, 3:43 to go here in the third. Applequest on the sideline, drives on the baseline, trying to reverse it. Doesn't get it to go. One and done. Here comes Goggin up court on the far side. Looking to get on the defender. He does. Shot. Got it. Lead Calvin Christian.
Sawyer Goggin just eyed up Duke Dangerink and said, I'm coming right at you.
Applequest has it. Now they're going to give it to the big guy. And that's it. Dangerink. Back to Applequest. Between his legs. Takes a three. No good. Rebound. Ball got tipped out of bounds. And that will be off of Lapka, it looks like.
That was a great recovery by Goggin because Dangerink was in great position to go up and follow that rebound. But Goggin managed to knock the ball out of bounds.
Bierman in for Lapkins. New 35. There goes a shot attempt by Bird. No good. Rebound Goggin. He outlets it quickly. Coming into the paint is Brunes. He puts it in. What a move. 5 in the corner. And that's the biggest lead for Calvin Christian here in a while. 30-27. They lead it with 2:49. Third consecutive timeout called by Liberty Charter.
And we're hearing from the Crusaders fans as their team has come out on fire here in this third quarter to take the lead after they trail by 10. Very impressive what they're doing on both ends of the floor right now. It's like they've completely turned around, certainly, their momentum. They've grabbed the momentum of the game, but they're just doing everything right on both ends right now.
Yeah. What did you think about that shot attempt by Burr, the freshman, on their last possession for Liberty Charter?
Well, we saw a lot of real quick shots in the first half by the Crusaders, and now it seems like the Lions have fallen a little bit into that.
Yeah.
And they need to get back to doing what they were doing because when they were passing the ball and getting 2 or 3, touches, they were getting much better shots. Those quick, long threes, if they're not going, those are also quick turnarounds for the other team, and you just saw the fast break layup for the Crusaders. They didn't even have to run the offense that time.
Yeah. Right on. Spot on. I love that. While we were talking, Kerry Nami has put himself, went to the scores table, put himself back into the game, and they're going to need him. And boy, he's got to play smart now with 4 fouls.
Yeah, Nami picked up fouls really quickly in the first half of this game, and playing with 4 now. So we have to keep an eye on number 1.
Well, Applequest, as we said, been the point guard all night. And they give it to the big man, Dangerink. Three players around him, kicks it out to Applequest. He dribbles it back into the paint. Now he's kind of double teamed. Gives it off to Nami, and his shot off. Rebound goes long, and that will be Calvin Christian's ball.
It didn't take very long for Aiden Nami to get a shot. He made a nice move to the basket. But again, Calvin Christian's defense has been swarming. Anytime that ball is going into lane, they're almost just begging Liberty Charter to shoot the 3 right now.
There goes a nice pass in the Goggins. He's not double teamed. He has 4 players around him. Still couldn't get the shot off, as that was pretty crowded in the paint on him. And here comes Nami, top of the key, the Dangerink. He tries to send it to Scott. He does a nice pass. Comes in front of the basket. Can't get it to go. Second chance opportunity by Gutierrez. No good. Ball still loose. They kick it back outside to Nami, who crosses it to Applequest. Going to drive into the paint. No good. Scott puts it in.
Crusaders did everything right on defense that time except pull down the rebound. The offensive board goes back in.
And it's back to a 1-point game here with 1:30 to go in the third. Long distance 3. Got it. Oh, that was a big shot there by number 30, Becker. His third 3 of the third quarter.
What was Garrett Becker doing in the first half?
Where was he? Maybe that might have been an imposter wearing his jersey.
Did not score. Now he has 3 threes.
Nami in the paint, shot no good. Rebound tipped outside to Gutierrez. Down to Dangerink. Looked like he wanted to take the shot. Defender right in his face, so they're going to reset the offense. 25 on the shot clock. Alley-oop to Dangerink, and he puts it in.
Well, Chase Bierman did everything he possibly could to prevent that pass to go inside, but Dangerink was just too good when he has a chance to block off the defender like he just did.
Yeah, Dangerink now with 17 points on the night. And here come the Crusaders.
That was a smart play just now as they waited to touch the ball. That gave them more shot clock as we near the end of the third quarter.
Chase Bierman back outside to Lapka. As they're going to hold it. Looks like the bench might tell them when to start up the offense. They give it into the senior's hand. Lapka gets around the defender, going to drive all the way. Can't get it to go. Rebound put up and in by Goggin. Second chance points. Gives them a 4-point lead. Up court quickly. Long distance. Front rims it again. Duke Dangering. Wow, that's an exciting third quarter. As Calvin Christian came out of nowhere to reclaim the lead, 35-31. We'll come back with fourth and final quarter actions here on the NFHS Network, powered by SoCal Sports. All right, back here, fourth quarter action. Isaac Anderson took a shot, and it was deflected out of bounds by Calvin Christian. Anderson in for Scott. Oh, nice inbounds pass. Nami missed the easy layup. Oh, my. Here comes Lapka all the way. Got it. Counted. He was fouled. Oh. That is a 5-point turnaround, Mr. Kerry Garnett.
Yeah, Nami is wide open to the basket. Put it up a little bit too strong. And what a turnaround in that third quarter, Thomas, as Calvin Christian came out. They're trailing by 10 at halftime, and they outscored Liberty Charter 20-6 in that third quarter to take the lead. And they're adding on to that lead.
Quickly, Gutierrez and Scott come in for Van Dyke and Anderson. This is too big of a game. Now trailing by 6. To kind of, everybody's going to have to muscle up now and play big time minutes here in the championship game. No more bench work unless you foul out.
Yeah, and for Liberty Charter, their offense was really clicking in that first half, but they've lost something in this third quarter. Give credit to Calvin Christian for playing defense because they've really made things much different here in the second half than we saw in the first.
Lapka going for the 3-point play, and he got it.
Love the patience by Caleb Lapka that time. He had a player trying to take a charge out front. He goes around him and then patiently gets his shot and scores and gets the traditional 3-pointer.
Applequest, top of the key now to Dankerink. Back to Applequest. Trying to send an alley-oop to Dangerink, kind of lingering on the baseline. Comes back out, can't get the shot off.
Good
tough angle shot, excuse me.
Good double team that time.
Out ahead, quickly off the glass. And not good. Chase Bierman with the travel. 5th turnover for the Crusaders tonight. And here goes Nami. Going to bring it up court. He's going to handle the basketball on this possession as they trail by 7. The Lions. Applequist down low on the baseline. Dankering back outside to Gutierrez. Got to take that 3. Boy, he had a good look at the basket. Now Applequist going to drive. Oh, where is he throwing it to? Nowhere. Here comes Calvin Christian up court. Nice bounce pass ahead to Lapka. Puts it in. It is now up to a 9-point lead for Calvin Christian, the Crusaders. And another timeout by Calvin Christian. They've called the last 4 timeouts in this half as they're just trying to find something, but nothing's there right now for them, Kerry.
How about Caleb Lapka? We got a couple of players from the Crusaders who just come alive. I mean, neither Caleb Lapka, one of their starters, nor Garrett Becker, another starter, scored in the first half. They had 0 between them. Look at what they've done in this second half. Garrett Becker with 3 threes in that third quarter for 9. And then Caleb Lapka has scored all 5 points in the fourth. That's what championships are made from, is you got your complementary players to Sawyer Goggin come out and make big plays when you need them. That's what's happening right now for the Crusaders.
Yeah. We worked a game together last Friday night at Santa Fe Christian with Cathedral Catholic, and that was kind of our headline in that game: secondary scoring. Who was it going to be with those two teams in the open division? If we could use that here tonight, and you just kind of identified who's doing it for Calvin Christian.
Sometimes referred to as the others.
Yeah.
But listen, those guys that are out there on the floor with these leading scorers, they know their roles, and when it's their opportunity to score, they're coming through right now.
Liberty Charter 0 for 3 to start off here. 6:30 to go. Let's see what they can do.
Lions have to find some kind of momentum on offense. They've got nothing going right now.
Alley-oop to Namami, puts it off glass and got it. That cuts the lead to 7 now, 40-33. Lapka going to bring it up, excuse me.
But that's all right. I believe that's the first basket for Nami since the first quarter.
I think you're exactly right. Bierman has it to Lapka. He's going to play catch with Bierman, almost lost it. He's going to put it in the corner. Now back outside. Bierman with the 3. Back rims it. Here come the Lions. Namami over to Applequest. Trying to dish it off. Dankerink. Double team. Wow, tough shot. Tough angle. Makes it.
That's some of that
look easy.
football strength to get that ball up and in. Quarterback on the football team. Put that one in.
19 points on the night for him. 40-35, 5-point lead for Calvin Christian, the number 1 seed. Back outside in the corner, long distance 3. Barones got it. That gives him 13 on the night. That's his second 3. Oh, they're going giving him a 2. They're giving him a 2. They're giving him a 3. Just stayed with it. Comes a drive to the lane. Gutierrez gets the blocking foul on the defender. Thought he had an open look to the basket. Let's see who that's on. Oh, that's on Sawyer Goggin.
Crusaders foul Sawyer Goggin.
Yeah, Max Gutierrez just put that left shoulder down and went right into Sawyer Goggin. He gets the benefit of the call, and Goggin takes an elbow to the chest. He's a tough guy, but he's like a little out of breath right now. Also, you get the foul called on you. His 4th.
Yeah. And now that could be dangerous for the Crusaders, lose their best player. Don't want to lose him under 5 to go here. He knows how to play with, I would think, with 4 fouls as they're trying to clean up the sweat right underneath the basket before Gutierrez takes his free throws attempt on the season. Gutierrez is, well, as a team, I should say, they shoot decently from the free throw line as that first one is off. Second free throw attempt is good. 1 out of 2 for Gutierrez. It's now 43-36. Lapka bringing it up court. He's been handling the basketball since they came out in the second half. Crosses it over to Becker. Nice feed down low to Barones, and he got tied up. Nope, timeout. Timeout Calvin Christian. And that leaves them with 2 timeouts, I believe.
Yeah, quick timeout there because Briones was double teamed and looked like they were just about to tie up the basketball, and they got the timeout just before that. Possession arrow pointing towards Calvin Christian anyway, but that's a heads-up play by your coach to save the possession.
You know, we talked to head coach Eric Nenema. He was really kind of I wouldn't say outspoken, but was very frank with us prior to the tip-off. Usually coaches kind of close it in when we come by, especially in these time of the season. But he was open, and he said, we had problem in the first encounter in the first half in their first meeting against Liberty Charter with Dankerink. So let's go. 21 on the shot clock. Off the inbounds. And he gives it back to Lapka, who takes it back outside. Goggin has it. Crosses it. Dangerous pass, but gets on the baseline. Lapka in the paint. Puts it in. Oh, another key basket for Caleb Lapka. That's 7 for him in the fourth.
And a great look from Micah Briones to find his teammate.
9-point cushion now for the Crusaders. The number 1 seed trying to hold the number 2 seed down, but that will be a foul on number 30, Garrett Becker.
Crusaders, Garrett Becker, first personal, second team foul.
35 off the shot clock. Oh, he threw it right off of Goggins' back and put it up and in. That's an old playground play right there.
Yeah, heads-up play by Duke Dinkerick. Saw his opponent's back was turned, and on the inbound play, just bounced it off of him and scored.
Dinkerick has to come out of the game because he jumped out of his shoe, Kerry.
Yeah.
Got to put it back on. Anderson comes in the game. 45-38. Becker in the corner. Trying to bully his way as Goggin crosses it. Baronis drives on the baseline, takes a shot over Anderson and hits.
Been really impressed with Michael Briones all night. He has really had a tough game, and a good game, I should say.
15 on the night, 5 in this quarter. Nami has it. Guarded by Barones. He's going to take a long distance 3. Back rims it. Nice rebound by Lapka.
Clock really becoming a factor now for Liberty Charter.
47-38. Kerry says 3:30. You confirm it, and there goes a tie-up. Applequest fouled them. They wanted to get their number 1 scorer back in the game.
That's exactly right. Took the foul on purpose. Yep, to get Duke Dinkerick back in.
It's only Applequest's first foul, so they can do that. Becker will inbound it, and he does. Sawyer Goggin. Goggin guarded by Gutierrez. They're about the same height, it looks like. As Bierman has it into the paint to Lapka. Let's see if he can do his magic. Kicks it back outside to Bierman. The freshman shot. Front rim. Rebound tipped around. Where does it go? And they're going to call it Liberty Charter's ball out on Calvin Christian.
Real critical time for Liberty Charter here. They need some kind of run, trailing by 9. Just need a couple of baskets and a couple of stops, and they can get right back into this thing. But it needs to be now.
We're charging towards 3 minutes left in the game. There goes a shot. We get a whistle. And that's going to be a foul on Becker.
Yeah, Applequist did a terrific job there getting that foul. He drew the foul with the contact, kind of threw up a wild shot, but he knew that he was close enough to draw the contact and get the call. You don't always get that call, but he got it that time.
Yeah, I think he has a life in Hollywood when he's done with school. There goes the first
Lions
free throw miss.
Great strategy if they can get to the free throw line, score without the clock running. They got to make the free throws.
Yeah, they got to. And second one, good. Ooh, a lot of pushing and shoving there. 1 out of 2, that ain't going to cut it. 2:59 to go in this game.
We can tell these teams have played earlier this year. These guys know each other pretty well.
No doubt.
Alpine and Escondido on the floor at the same time.
Goggins spins into the paint, gets it to go. A lot of leeway off of Scott, the defender. 49-39, 10-point lead now for Calvin Christian. 2:30 to go in this game. Applequest takes another shot attempt, and that's going to be a foul on Becker.
No, Applequist, give him credit. He is getting the foul call, but he's forcing the contact against Garrett Becker, and Garrett Becker's just going, hey, I'm just trying to play defense over here.
I'll give Applequest credit. He watches a lot of NBA TV. He gets that shot off just like an NBA vet. You got to make the free throws, though, young man, and he has not.
Another chance to score with the clock not moving.
And that back rim, no good. Nice rebound by Scott. Kicks it back outside to Applequest. He's going to take a three. Front rims it, no good. And the ball goes now in the hands of Caleb Lapka. Up ahead to Chase Bierman. Back to Lapka. Guarded by Dankerink, and he'll foul him. That's only his second foul.
Second personal, third team foul.
The Lions are at the point now where they almost have to foul just to stop the clock, even if they send Calvin Christian to the free throw line. They're not there yet, but they're getting closer.
Now let's see. I didn't see who called the timeout. Did you, Kieran? Oh, Liberty Charter called the timeout. That is their last. And with 2:12, let's take our last timeout. We'll come back with more right after this. All right, so sorry about that. 49-39. It is Calvin Christian over Liberty Charter. That was their last timeout of the game. And with 2:12 to go, like Kerry mentioned, they want to use the fouls to conserve time on the clock. Smart notion. But Kerry, just looking at my stat book real quick before we start play, you're gonna do that. You gotta make your free throw attempts. They've gone 2 out of 6 in that time frame. And off the inbounds, Goggin has it. Gives it over to Lapka. Gets it tipped away by Applequest. Nice play by Burr, keeping it alive. Now gives it up ahead to Applequest. Kicks it back outside. Gutierrez for 3. That's off. Rebound Goggin. And Goggin weaving his way around the defenders. And it looks like Burr might have touched him. So I think the referee helped him out because I don't think he touched him. I could be wrong.
Second personal, fourth team foul.
Was that wrong, Kerry?
I believe they're one short now of getting to the foul line. I was just trying to keep up with how many fouls have been committed here in this fourth. I think the next one sends them to the foul line.
Caleb Lapka now gets around a defender. He's going to try to go all the way. Got some contact, and they're going to call defensive foul on Henry Applequest. So Lapka will go to the free throw line.
And they counted the basket.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I saw your motion. I wasn't sure. I thought he had the ball in his hand, so my bad.
Lapka has really had a great quarter.
Yeah, 9 points with this three-point play.
Chance for his 10th point of the period. He ends up with 9.
Nevertheless, 51-39. Liberty Charter got to get something going here. Bird takes a long-distance 3 and got it. From that distance, he should have 4. Wow, what a shot by the freshman. 51-42, 128 to go. Lapka going to bring it up court again. He's going to head off into the corner. Now comes back outside. Still hasn't been touched. Slow it down. Now he gives it off to Goggin. Goggin guarded, and Dankerink fouls him. I don't know if he fell to the ground or not.
Yeah, that actually hurt. Sawyer Goggin got pushed in the back pretty hard by Dankerink, who's just trying to commit the foul, but that was a little bit hard when you're just fouling on purpose. And Sawyer Goggin is feeling it right now. That was a little bit too much contact in my mind when you're just trying to take a foul. You don't push the guy to the ground.
Yeah, I saw the foul, and I wanted to look up to see how much time was left on the clock, and I didn't see the follow through. As you mentioned.
Yeah, Dinkery didn't think he hit him that hard, but that was a pretty hard foul. And a guy in that position, Goggin's feeling it.
Yeah, excuse me. Referees did talk to make sure that wasn't a flagrant foul, because that would have been free throws and possession. But nevertheless, Sawyer Goggin makes the first free throw attempt, 52-42. 1:13 to go.
What a consistent force Sawyer Goggin has been for this team. Plays very hard. He is a tough customer.
He makes both. We talked about how he had tough sledding in that second quarter, but he's coming alive here in the second half with his team. In the paint, there goes a travel. Yep. And that is on Duke Dankering. And that's another turnover. Turnovers have been a problem for Liberty Charter. They want to take a look at this. Wow, nice play by Namami. This plays with a little bit of an attitude. But I don't think you need attitude right now.
Well, the Lions fans haven't given up on the other side. They enjoyed that.
Referee not going to come over to Namami and tell him to calm down. You got to give him space there. You can't lay on top of him. Southmore.
Yeah, you know, the Crusaders want to get the ball inbound to Goggin.
Becker has it, and he gets fouled by Burr.
Lions foul Riley Burr.
Now we're into the bonus, Thomas. We're going to be seeing a few more free throws before this one's over.
I hear you. Garrett Becker going to the free throw line.
Might mention real quick, Thomas, if you don't mind, we're talking to Coach Miedema. Eric Miedema was telling us, you know, he's in his 16th year of coaching this Calvin Christian team. And in 2020 and 2021, this team lost two crushing finals. They had it in their hands and were just lost at the buzzer and missed out on CIF championships. The school hasn't had one under Coach, and not since 2005, but it looks like they're going to get that one tonight.
Yep, in the corner, Burr for three, way off. Gutierrez trying to clean up, can't. Namami can't get it either. Ball knocked around, and it goes out of bounds. Remaining with Liberty Charter.
And once again, Sawyer Goggin on the floor.
53-42.
You just got to appreciate these players that play as hard. All these guys are playing hard, but these guys diving on the floor, giving up their bodies.
Apple Quest for three. Got it. 53-45, under 30 to go. 30 seconds. As there goes the inbounds. Bierman gets fouled by Burr. They're using the young freshman's fouls. I think he has fouled out.
Fouls on the Lions, Riley Burr, fourth personal.
No, only his fourth. My bad.
At the line for the Crusaders.
So Eric Bierman will go to the free throw line. Bierman, 50% free throw shooter. Interesting with Becker on the last free throw attempt, as this one is good. Becker comes into tonight, carried 33% free throw shooting, made 1 out of 2 on that last one. So I thought that was pretty interesting, as Bierman makes the first. And misses the second, just like his average, 1 out of 2. 54-45, 9-point lead. Nami driving, gets the basket. And that foul was before the shot attempt.
Crusaders, Noah Lampkins, second personal, fifth team foul.
And that will be Noah Lapkins. That's his second foul.
At the line for the Lions, Aiden Nami.
So Aiden Nami makes the first free throw attempt.
Well, Nami will get more chances with Liberty Charter. He's a sophomore. Not so much for Max Gutierrez.
Got to hit the rim.
Yeah.
Tried a quick attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a senior year for Duke Dankirk as well.
Yeah. 54-46, 25.2. Off the inbounds. Goggin bounces it to Lapka, up ahead to Bierman. Underneath the basket. Easy layup for number 12. And that's Noah Lapkins. That's his first points of the night. 56-46, 10-point lead. Apple Quest does the Dirk Nowinski shot there with the foot out, and he made an air ball.
We mentioned the seniors for Liberty Charter, Isaac Anderson and Jonathan Scott, also their senior seasons. As Calvin Christian starts to celebrate, they know that they are going to wrap up this championship at this point.
So 1.8 to go. Trying to get some players in here. But Lapka will go to the free throw line.
And Burr actually fouled out, so that's part of the discussion.
Yeah.
Who's going to replace him?
Got to replace him first before you put the other players in.
And you see the three seniors right next to each other, Scott Anderson and also Nehemiah Van Dyke, getting on the floor one last time for their senior season. But what a comeback tonight from Calvin Christian, Thomas. A very impressive second half they put together.
No doubt about it. They're starting to celebrate on the sidelines as Lapka goes to the free throw line.
Also checking into the game before the
And
Daniel Park going to get in the game, the freshman for the Crusaders.
Looks like they're going to call a bench technical.
Well, they had already handed the basketball to the free throw shooter, and then there was players still trying to run on the court. So that may be what they're trying to figure out. Hey, everybody wants at least some court time in a championship game, and that's what Coach Eric Meadham is trying to get done here.
technical foul.
They are going to get Calvin Christian for a technical foul because of the substitutions.
Free throws for Calvin
I
Christian.
told you, we saw that last Friday night.
Oh, man. I don't think Coach Meadham cares too much right now. Lapka at the free throw line first. You know, he's one of those seniors along with Noah Lampkins, Sawyer Goggin, a senior, Garrett Becker, also a senior on this team. So congratulations to those seniors going out in style.
Yeah. And he misses the second. So now comes a technical foul. We'll go to the other end. Let's see who shoots it for.
Here come those players that were
Liberty
trying to
Charter.
get in the game. I love it. Lincoln Wood, very excited to be running out there. Caleb Kloppler, give those guys some props.
Yep, no doubt.
They are on the floor in a championship game.
Aiden Juarez, the sophomore, number zero, as that free throw attempt is off by Nehemiah Van Dyke.
I believe everybody on the Crusaders has now had at least 1 second of playing time tonight.
1 out of 2 for Van Dyke. It is now 57-47. And we're going to inbound the basketball at midcourt. Liberty Charter will.
Oh, they get it to Crusaders on the right side of the court. They ran to the wrong end. Oh, man.
You were here the whole night, I hope. And there goes a three-point attempt. No good. And that will do it. Congratulations to Liberty Charter. They are your 2026 CIF San Diego Section Division 5 AA Boys Champions. And a great job, great second half, Kerry.
Well, congratulations to the whole team. Has to feel very satisfying for Coach Eric Meadham, who was telling us about those crushing losses back in 2020, 2021. They finally have their CIF championship, first one for the school since 2005, and they certainly earned it as the #1 seed. Congratulations to the Crusaders.
Yeah, what a second half for Caleb Lapka. He ended the night 12 points. All those 12 points came in the second half as he went 0 for 4 in the first half, that dreadful first half for the Crusaders.
Yep, Calvin Christian wins it. They take it over Liberty Charter tonight by 10.
So we'll take a quick timeout. 10-point win for Calvin Christian, and then we'll come back with the... Okay, that will do it here tonight as we come back with you for the final words here. 57-47, Calvin Christian. The Crusaders are your D5 AA champions as they defeated the #2 seed Liberty Charter team as the Lions are in, and the Crusaders are at half court waiting to get their awards. We also want to congratulate our girls D5 AA champions. That was Calipatria as they defeated San Diego Academy 38-32 earlier this evening. So congratulations to both schools, and they should be heading on to the state championships in their respective divisions. For Kerry Garnett and the whole SoCal Sports staff, we thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you real soon. Remember, check out the NFHS Network. We'll have coverage tomorrow night and Saturday. Just check to see where your local team is playing and enjoy the coverage. Until then, have a good night, everybody. Take care.
And the Sportsmanship Award winner for Calvin Christian, Caleb Lapka. Congratulations to both of these student athletes. And now please join me in applauding our 2026 Division 5 AA runner-up, the Lions of Liberty Charter. Representing Liberty Charter is Sewell Dutton and Danny Sanchez. And now for the players of the Lions. Number 1, Aiden Nami. Number 3, Max Gutierrez. Number 5, Henry Applequist. Number 11, Nehemiah Van Dyke. Number 21, Duke Dingery. Number 23, Riley Burr. Number 32, Isaac Anderson. And number 50, Jonathan Scott. Accepting the runner-up trophy, the head coach, Kevin Strong. Congratulations on a great season, Lions. And now for the presentation of the championship trophy, the Crusaders of Calvin Christian High School. Representing Calvin Christian are administrators Dr. Jeff Pratt, Paul Lapka, and Vanessa Elders. And now the roster for the Crusaders of Calvin Christian. Number 0, Aiden Juarez. Number 5, Caleb Lapka. Number 11, Micah Briones. Number 12, Noah Lampkins. Number 15, Lincoln Wood. Number 21, Chase Spearman. Number 23, Caleb Kloffler. Number 24, Sawyer Goggins. Number 30, Garrett Becker. Number 33, Danielle Parr. And number 34, Oliver Lau. Accepting the championship trophy, the head coach, Eric Miedema. Congratulations on a great season, Crusaders! The CIF San Diego section would like to thank our tournament directors, along with all of our tournament committee, administrators, athletic directors, volunteers, and staff, for all their hard work and dedication to make these championships a reality this year. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending our championships and supporting our student athletes.